Dragons, I'm back. So thank you for being so patient in my absence. But I had to put up a drama show and it was a lot of work, but it was really, really fun. It was really, really rewarding. The kids had a good time and it was fun. So we are heading to the end of the school year and I am trying to get my life in order, which is why all my content is a bit late. I'm also battling a pretty bad sinus infection. I think I just kind of like drove myself into a wall with work and stuff. So I'm a bit under the weather, but I hate not having my videos of prep, so I'm gonna film my TBR today and then I'm gonna film my wrap up tomorrow. It's gonna be a very, very big wrap up because I read like 19 things in the month of May, which is crazy because I was also doing a show. But I do want to talk about my June TBR. June is the last full month that I work, but it's like a pretty like weird month. Like just time-wise, we have like a lot of like weird days off, so I'm here just to kind of like assess my TBR. And I'm also gonna do a different TBR game, which I haven't done in the past, but I saw May Go to Books do it, and I saw Millenor Reads do it, and I'm kind of going to take their, prompts and kind of do it that way, just because I have a bunch of stuff on my TBR that I do want to read, but I don't really know what else I want to read, so we are going to do that. So I'm going to get back to reading some of my NetGalley books, so I have 5 things on my NetGalley TBR that I'm actually going to read hopefully the first week of the month. One is Rain by Catherine McGee. This comes out in August, and this is the 4th book in that series, and I'm so excited for it, especially because the cliffhanger we left off on. So here's a photo of that book. Sorry, my mom was yelling at my puppy and she comes in when she gets in trouble, so I'm trying to avoid that. So that is a very exciting book that I'm super excited to read. The next book, I'm actually on a blog tour for the TBR and Beyond reading group. I knew she was gonna come in because she saw me shut my door. That's okay. And it is Borrow Your Heart by Casey West. I have no idea what this book's about. I just saw a Casey West book on the blog tour and was like, okay, I'm gonna read it. So I'm actually on this like end of the month. So I'm really excited for that, but here's a photo. Brief summary that I did read had to do with like fake dating, so I'm very excited for that. I really do like Casey West. She's like a tried and true author for me. Her books aren't like an all-time favorite. Some of them are, but I just like them. They're fun. And then Lying in the Deep by Diana Urban is a mystery thriller that I've been super excited to read. I've actually had it for quite a while and I just haven't got around to reading it. But this takes place on a cruise ship. I am traveling this summer, so this should be an exciting turn of events, and here is a photo of that. Then the next book is another book that I'm very excited for. There's a possibility I might get a copy of this when I go to ALA. Actually, a few of these I might get a copy of. We'll see. But Bring Me Your Midnights by Rachel Griffin is her first foray into like high fantasy, and I'm very excited for that. Again, I don't know much about these summaries. I just saw titles and was like, yes, I want these. So here is that cover. Again, summaries I'm not the best at, but I am really excited. And the last book that is in my NetGalley TBR is the new book by Ronnie Chosky from the Rick Riordan Present line, The Spirit Glass. And this I think has to do with Filipino mythology, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to read the blurb again, but I think that's where we were. But yeah, so that's my NetGalley TBR. And now let's just get into my yearly TBR. The books that I try to read every month, or the categories I try to read every month. I failed at this totally in May, so I had to be better in June. So let's get into it. So the 2 physical YA fantasy books that I want to read, and I'm gonna probably read a few more, but these are new to me. The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I never got a chance to read it, and I've just been putting it off, and I've been putting it off, so I'm gonna pick it up. I really wanted this story for so long, so I'm really embarrassed that I haven't read it. And I really haven't watched any reviews on this, so I wasn't like spoiled or influenced. So it's time. It's time for me to read this. And I'm really excited. It's shorter, which I'm also excited for, but I really do want to read this. And then I also want to read Revelle by Lisa Mia Smith. This is a book that I went to a event for a couple of months ago, and it has a 1920s-esque like tint to it, which is what I'm really excited for. I read both I Love the Gods and Nightbirds, and I might be rereading them this week because I have 2 days where I have to get some like stuff done, but I want a new book that has that element to it, so I'm really excited for these. So these are my YA fantasy books that I hope to prioritize this month for sure. and they've been on my TBR for a while. A sequel that I want to focus on is Amari and the Great Game by B.B. Easton. Was really pleased with book 1 and just haven't got around to book 2 yet, but it has been on my TBR. I was hoping to read it for middle grade May, and then I didn't. This book had a lot of issues. It then got pushed back 2 different times, so it's been on my TBR for a while, but it hasn't been in my hands that long, so yeah, I'm excited for this one. And then I also have a nonfiction book. I've been really good at reading my nonfiction this year, but because we're heading into summer and I'm like gonna be a little bit more creative this summer, kind of sussing out some new projects for next year as well, and I need to be a bit more creative, I'm gonna pick up The Listening Path. And here's the cover. I do have a physical book of this. I bought it a long time ago, but I think I'm going to focus on the audiobook, especially the second half of the month when I do have a lot of time to like listen to stuff. I have a lot of cleaning to do, a lot of cleaning at my job. So yeah, alas. And then my adult fantasy book that I'm going to try to read is Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. It is Pride Month, and I know that this has a pretty heavy LGBTQ plus plotline, and I am excited. I am so bummed that I won't be able to listen to it the way that the UK people do because Nicola Coughlan reads it, but I mean, I can't be too angry because mine is a Fairly edition. It's so pretty. So yeah, those are my like yearly TBR that I make at the start of the year, and I have been pretty good at reading those. I need to reassess my list the first day of summer, and I do want to make sure that Crooked Kingdom gets read this month as well, but that I'm just not going to put on TBR, but I do want to read it, so that might go into another video project that I have. So now let's get into the TBR game. I heard about this website from Meg With a Box, and she sort of did this for like a reading week. I am just going to do 6 prompts, so 3 wheels and 3 cards, and then we're going to kind of chat through the books I'm going to add to my TBR. I also do have a couple of books that I just left in my TBR cart and hope to get those on it. But yeah, all right, let's do the card first. Ooh, I'm feeling this card. Ask a kid in your life to pick out a book for you. I don't really have any kids in my life. I guess I could ask my students when I go to work on Monday and just have Lucas, one of my students, or Isabella, one of my students, pick out a book for me. Okay. All right. So that's one I can't tell you right now. But I can tell you that like at the end of the month, I guess. So yes, I'll leave that open, and when I go into work, I will ask one of my students to pick out a book for me to read. Especially my homeroom, because I see them every single day. So I will put that on pause. I will go update it, and then we will do the next prompt. That was actually a really interesting prompt. So we're gonna spin the wheel and see what we get. This always makes me so anxious. Set in your country. Okay, that's like so easy because everything I read is pretty much set in America. So let me go see if I can find one that's set in the US of A. All right, let's go figure that one out. The book I'm gonna pick is Tell Me What Really Happened by Chelsea Sadati. I got this at Comic-Con a while ago, but it's like a murder mystery, and I think it's told in like interesting transcripts, I think, or it's told in like an interesting format. So I'm gonna pick this. I'm gonna assume it's not like, can't tell you like what state it's in, but I'm pretty sure all her books are set in the US of A. So that was easy, and it was already on my TBR, just like not on this like list of yet. So yeah, let's do the next roll. I'm excited. I like doing random prompts because it takes the stress off of me. Prompts are really good because they're not anything like I have in my game, so I like this. Oh wait, hold on, I did the wrong thing. Has a movie or a TV adaptation? Oh my god. That's so hard because so many things have them and I just like never watch them. So let me go see like what has an adaptation that I can read. You know what? I actually could read Spy Family. So let me go get that. That will be my, and then I'll be caught up to date on that because I can't think of it. I'll go look on my bookshelf to see if I find anything that has like an adaptation. But I don't know. So let me go look, and if not, Spy Family would be the backup. So I'm gonna do Spy Family Volume 3, and I've actually read the second one, so I'm actually really liking the series, which I don't ever read a ton of manga, but I'm excited. I just like can't think of anything else that has like an adaptation that I'm in the mood to read, but I'm gonna pick up this one. I could like read Robert Jordan, but I'm not in the mood to read that, and there's nothing else that like is screaming my name. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up this one. All right, that was a good prompt. All right, let's turn you around. Get another prompt. We'll do the wheel, and we'll see what we get. Hold down. 5-word title. Oh, that's a good one. All right, let me go see if I have anything on my tentative TBR that is a 5-word title, and then I will report back. 5 words. Huh. I just read one that was 5 words. I read The Mysterious Case of the Appleton Angels. Let me see if anything on my will work. So, all right, I'll be back with my 5-word title. All right, I'll be back. 5-word. My dog is a little bit upset, but I did want to Finding Skander and the Phantom Rider. I actually just got this. This is the sequel to Skander and the Unicorn Thief, and I really liked book 1, so I'm excited to read book 2. And yeah, this is a pretty hefty one, but it's middle grade, and I really do like reading middle grade, especially because I read this, I think around this time last year, because I read it when I was commuting to ALA, so it will be a nice transition book, I think. And yeah, let's do the next prompt. We're gonna do the wheel. Oh, not pick a card. We'll pick a card for this one. Sorry. Seasonal. Book is suited to the season you are currently in. All right, so I gotta find a summer read. I have a really good option. So let me go get it. It's perfect. I literally just bought it. So funny because I do have a reading vlog plan that I really want to do, and like 3 of the books are on this TBR already, so that might actually happen. But I'm gonna pick up Summer Reading by Jen McKinley. I have another one that might work too, but when a woman who'd rather do anything than read meets a swoon-worthy bookworm, sparks fly, making for one hot summer fling. And I think it's funny that the guy's the bookworm and not the girl, because normally it's the other way around. I think that's funny. I never read anything by Jen McKinley. I literally just got this, and I'm in the mood for some summer reads. So yeah, this will be fun. And now let's do the last prompt. We will go back to the wheel. I think yeah, we'll do the wheel. Sorry if you can't see this. I'm not very good at holding up my camera and holding up that, so it may look a bit weird. All right, let's see. So, but at least I can't lie about the prompts. That's good. An ugly cover. Oh, all right. Ugly cover. Ugly cover, ugly cover. I like really struggle with picking up books that have ugly covers because I don't ever want them on my shelves. But let me go see if I can find something that has an ugly cover, and I will report back. Oh, this is hard. I'm gonna see if something I just bought has an ugly cover, and maybe I can read that. We'll go see. All right, let me go look. Ugly. This might be cheating a bit, but I'm gonna pick up Last Seen Leaving by Caleb Roehrig. I don't really love this cover. It's fine, and I think it's another like murder mystery book. So yeah, those are the books that like the TBR game picked, and I'm gonna show you the other books I just kind of left on my TBR cart in hopes that they do get read. Again, I'm not really gonna talk about audiobooks. I'm gonna go get Crooked Kingdom and add that to here because that's my last 5-star read prediction that I have to read. But yeah, let me go get you the other books, and then we'll talk about them, and then we'll wrap this up. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to reading. And yeah, all right, let me go get them. Bye. So the last couple of books that I'm going to chat about is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. This is the second time I'm reading this, but this is the last book that was on my 5-star read prediction. I'm definitely going to give this book a break. I'm probably going to read it in the second half of the month when my sinus infection is gone because I feel like I need to focus. I also want to get around to The Self-Same Medal by Brittany Ann Williams. Now that my drama show's over, I honestly miss it. So this has another like mystery theater element to it, and it has to do with Faye, and it takes place in Shakespearean London. Missing Clarissa by Ripley Jones and 3 Drops of Blood are mystery thrillers. This has a theater element. This is a podcast element. One of them is super short, and this I've had for quite a while, and I'm going to ALA, so I want to read some of the later ALA books that I just never picked up. I got this like last year and just never read it, but this is the one that I'm most excited for because I really liked her other one. And then just because I want to read some more adult, because I really haven't read a ton of adult this month, I'm also going to put Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler on here. And this does have a pretty prevalent LGBTQ plot line. A lot of these I also might do a week where I read on Riley's Game. I also might do a fantasy romance reading week. I don't really know, but I'm going to give myself a week to just kind of adjust to, you know, summer and such. And then I'll probably do that. But the first vlog I'm going to do is a bunch of e-arcs. And that'll be the next vlog that I do. The vlog I'm going to start filming now. Again, thank you guys for being so understanding. You guys have a couple of reading vlogs coming up. That will be soon. And then I'm happy to film my wrap up. But I'll do that later tomorrow. So yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for following me and such. Let me know in the comments what are some books you're really excited to read in the month of June. I would love to know. And I will talk to you guys soon for my next video. Bye, Book Dragons.